If you're over 50 and staring down a retirement gap, chances are somebody has already told you the fix. Get a second job, pick up some part time work, bridge the retirement gap with more hours. But there are three other ways to close that gap, and none of them cost you the very thing retirement is supposed to give you back. And by the end of this video, you'll know all three, plus the one that I'm actually building my own income around. Hi, I'm Glenn. If we haven't met, I help men over 50 build a simple online income system with no second job, no tech skills until the retirement gap becomes irrelevant. So let's talk about it. And look, I get why that second job seems like the obvious answer, but I want you to sit with something for a second. A 401k answers to the market, Social Security answers to the government, and a new job answers to an employer and takes the very thing that retirement is supposed to give you back. None of them answer to you. How you fund your retirement, that's still yours to decide. Because here's the part nobody tells you about the second job plan. You're still trading time for dollars. And the whole point of retirement was never about the dollars. It was about the time. Time with your wife, time with your grandkids, time that's actually yours. If you fund your retirement the same way you funded your whole working life, hours for a paycheck, you haven't fixed the gap, you've just moved it. I know that because I've lived it. When I lost my job in 2020, I spent years sending out applications, hearing mostly silence. I tried plenty of online models promising me the world and costing me plenty, and none of them fit. I ended up taking a part-time job at a restaurant cleaning bathrooms just to put gas in my car, the same job I had when I was 12. And that was the moment I realized something had to change, not just my income, but the way that I thought about income entirely. What I found was something simpler than I expected. And today I want to walk you through three ways real people, including men over 50 with no technical background, are building income that doesn't ask for their time back. I'm going to use one example the whole way through so you can see how it actually connects. Let's say you spent years getting good at something that most people actually struggle with. Maybe it's fixing small engines. Maybe it's growing tomatoes that survive August. Maybe it's teaching a grandkid how to cast a fishing line without hooking somebody's ear. Whatever it is, if you know it well enough to explain it simply, you already have the raw material for what I'm about to show you. The first stream is a digital product, and it's just what it sounds like. You take what you already know and you put it into something simple, a guide, a checklist, a simple resource someone can read once and use for good. Using our example, that might be something like the Calm Cast, teaching anyone to fish without the frustration. You build it once and you sell it as many times as people want it. There's no inventory, no shipping, nothing sitting in your garage. It exists, it helps somebody, and it keeps working long after you've stopped touching it. And that's the whole appeal. Your effort happens once, but the income doesn't. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. It just needs to help somebody with that one thing that they're stuck on today. Now, I know what most of you are thinking right about now. That's great, Glenn, but I don't have a clue of what I would actually create. I hear that more than almost anything else. So I put together something for that exact problem. It's a free tool called the Digital Products Idea Generator. You answer a few quick questions, and in under a minute, it gives you 3 digital product ideas based on what you already know. Because here's the truth. Most of you already have everything you need. You just haven't been able to see it clearly yet. If that's where you're stuck, you'll find the link in the description below. Once that product exists, the second stream layer is right on top of it, and it costs you nothing extra to set it up. That's affiliate marketing. And that simply means recommending things that you already know and already trust, earning a small commission when someone buys through your link. If your fishing guide mentions a reel that you swear by, or a tackle box that actually keeps things organized, you can link to those. Someone clicks, someone buys, and you earn. Small on its own, but layered on top of what you already built, it adds up quietly in the background. Now, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't build a plan around affiliate marketing alone. The amounts are usually modest, but that's why it works well as a layer instead of a foundation. You're not creating more work, you're letting the one thing you built do a little more for you. Now, here's the third stream, and it's really not a product at all. It's what happens when you've got a way to stay in touch with everyone who's shown an interest in what you're building, including streams 1 and 2. Here's why that matters. A product sale doesn't have to be a one-time thing. Every person who buys your guide can go onto an email list that's actually yours. And the longer you stick with this, the more that email list actually becomes its own income stream. Because the next thing you build, that list is who you sell it to first. One product becomes an ongoing relationship instead of a single sale. Now, none of that means manually emailing people one by one. An automated follow-up system doing the heavy lifting, keeping in touch, building trust. Letting that list keep working long after you've set it up, and setting up whatever you sell next right along with it. For me, my Freedom Formula Blueprint is what gave me the overview of what that structure actually looks like, so I wasn't building it blind. Not something that you're piecing together alone, and not something that you're chasing alone either. Now, I want to ask you something before we wrap up. Of these three streams, the digital product, the affiliate income, and the email list with a follow-up system, which one of these feels most doable right now? Drop it in the comments. I really do want to know. I read every one, and it helps me to know what to cover next. So that's the three streams, working together instead of against each other. One product you build once, a little affiliate income layered on top, and an email list that turns today's sale into tomorrow's too, with a follow-up system doing the heavy lifting for you so you're not chasing anyone down. Now, I want to be straight with you about where I am. I'm not brand new to this. I've already put real pieces in place, products, guides, and a system running in the background. What I'm still building right in front of you is this channel. Now, I'm not going to stand here and tell you that I've got it all figured out, or that the numbers are already where I want them. That wouldn't be honest. And honest is the only way I know how to do this. What I can tell you is the system itself works, and it's simple enough that starting late, or starting with no experience or no technical background, starting from a phone instead of some fancy studio, none of that disqualifies you. So if any of this sounds like where you are right now, wondering if there's still a way to build something that answers to you instead of the market, a government, or an employer, here's what I'd invite you to do. If you're still not sure what you'd create, that digital products idea generator is free and it's in the description below. And if you want the free blueprint, all you have to do is send me a quick message in the comments or just click the link in the description if that's easier. Once you're on that page, drop your email and the free blueprint will land in your inbox in just a few minutes. No download, no sales call, nobody chasing you afterwards, just the next step from someone who's a few steps ahead, who's happy to walk it with you. And once you've got that starting point, go ahead and watch the video that's up next. When you pair what you've learned here with what's in that one, it'll click even more why this actually works. But for now, remember, you were made for more than just watching and waiting. So let's press on.